Assalamu alaikum all. Today I'm going to be talking about earning money with a halal savings account. Now, many people are scared to take that first step into investing. They're worried about losing money and, not sure what to do. And something that I did recently was open up an Islamic savings account, and which basically gives me a return in a sharia compliant way. So it's like a savings account that kind of gives you a bit of a return. It's really easy to set up, and it's a great way to make some halal earnings from your savings. And you could also have them in a cash ISA so that they can grow free, and I'm going to talk about it in today's video. So just want to say welcome to Simple Muslim Money, which is all about simple halal investing and personal finance for Muslims. Just a quick disclaimer, everything I say is for information and entertainment purposes and should not be used as financial advice. Okay, let's get into it. Now, what if there was a way to earn halal money from your savings? And there is, and that is basically Islamic savings account, as I've always been talking about, which do not use interest. Now, a regular bank savings account works by giving you interest. So basically you put your money into a savings account and they kind of give you interest regularly. And then the more money you put in, the more interest that you get. Muslims avoid interest and give it away to charity usually. So every month or so, you'll kind of look at your accounts, figure out how much interest you had and then try and give it away. And it can be a bit of a hassle to do that. Ideally, it's not something that we want to do. And banks do allow you to disable interest on your current regular sort of checking account. However, they don't seem to allow that on savings accounts. So that's what's happened in my case. So, I've been able to get accounts without interest on my regular accounts, but then with savings, it's like, I'm still getting interest and I need to try and get rid of that. But the thing is, I do need somewhere where I can put my savings into and look after. I don't want sort of cash underneath my mattress. Now, with halal savings accounts, they don't give you interest, but give you profit. Now, it's a really good way to earn a bit of money in a halal way from your savings. And the way it works is with profit sharing, and you get a certain percentage each month or each year, depending on how the account does it. And the reason they do that is it's almost like, giving you a bit of money for you keeping your savings with them. Now, how do they get this profit? Now, the way they do that is generally they have loads of business, sharia, halal business activities going on. They may own a part of a business and use some of your money to buy that business. And they may, even make profit from that business and kind of share some of that out with you. And when they're talking about one or two, they could potentially have hundreds of thousands of these kind of activities going on. So that's why you get a bit of a return for your money in the bank account. And one of the best ways to get a halal savings account is via a cash ISA. Now, an ISA is like a government incentive for you to save money, and it allows you to save and let your money grow in a tax-free way. And ideally, you want to leave your money in there for the long term. It's different from a stocks and shares ISA, which your money gets invested into shares, so it can kind of go up and down. You could potentially lose a lot of it, and it kind of depends on the market and things like that. Now, a cash ISA is protected by the UK Financial Services and Compensation Scheme. So it means that if anything happens to the bank and your money disappears or something, it's protected for up to £85,000, which is amazing. And if you have more than £85,000, then you're kind of doing really well. But what you can do is kind of maybe open up a different account with another bank or something like that, Islamic bank, and then you kind of still get that protection. But hey, if you're doing that well, you are doing really, really well, and you've got a lot that you can sort of teach me. And which halal savings cash ISA am I using? So the one I am going for is provided by Gatehouse Financial, and it's their cash ISA, and they're quite well known in the Islamic space. They've been around for a while, so I've kind of got some good trust with them, and it was really easy to set up, and they give me like a 4.25% sort of share at the moment, profit share at the moment, which is really good. And I'll have a link to their account in the description. And why am I using the Gatehouse Cash ISA? Well, one of the main reasons is it's got quick and easy access. Some of these cash ISAs, you have to leave your money in there for a little while, and sometimes or you have to give them a bit of notice before you pull out money, so maybe a month or something like that. And for me, it's very important to have that quick, easy access just in case something happens by some sort of emergency or something like that. So that's why it's very important for me to do that. So I'm going to be putting most of my emergency fund into that, and kind of letting that grow bit by bit hoping that I don't need to use that emergency fund, but whenever I do, then I've got that quick access to it. And also it's protected by that scheme, the UK FCSC scheme that I spoke about earlier. So yeah, that's fantastic as well. So it really kind of gives me that peace of mind. Also at the moment, the profit sharing rate is quite good. Although it's not kind of related to the interest rate, it kind of does follow it in a way in terms of the trend. And so it's a really good time to get a savings account in a cash ISA. And I just opened this up with Gatehouse Financial, really easy to set up. It's just like a regular savings account. I just put money in there, just let it go. Don't have to worry about tax or anything like that. So yeah, it's a really great time to get into it. And it's also a great way to use the power of compounding and let your money kind of grow bit by bit. So 4% might not sound like a lot, but over the long term, if you're constantly adding money to it and letting the compounding actions kind of grow and let it just grow and grow, it could potentially end up to a big amount of money. And there's quite a few accounts out there, so yeah, definitely take a look and see what works for you. This is the one I really like, the Gatehouse one. I've kind of took action with that. I also want to talk about investing as well. So investing is really important. So I do have probably a lot of money in investing as well, because investing has got the biggest potential in terms of making me kind of more money in the long term. Obviously nothing's guaranteed, but generally that is how it goes. And I've been kind of using Islamic index fund, so I still am doing that. It's not that I'm not doing that, it's just my emergency fund. So money that I need to use potentially in some sort of emergency or something, that's what I'm putting into a cash ISA, most of it, so that I've got that quick, easy access to it. And if I don't end up using it, then at least it's kind of growing a little bit as well. So yeah, just want to say that's all for now. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button. Assalamu alaikum.